Peace and love, everyone. Sending you all positive energy, high vibrations, success on your entrepreneurship, all love, all positivity. Today, I'm going to be speaking about astrology, the annual perfections, okay, what they are, how can we find them. Also, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you hit the like button, and you leave me any comments or questions in my description below, okay? Now, I have a birth chart here, and I'm going to be showing you all how to find your actual house that you're in that describes your energy of your age, okay? So, what it is our rising sign returns to us every 12 months, every year, okay? And annual perfections is basically our chromatic deck, okay? We have our zodiac signs that goes around the sun, okay? And it just displays the energy that we are in, okay, at the time of our ages, okay? And it never changed. So if you are age 30, you will be in the 7th house, okay? And it just displays everything that's going on. Like, just say if you are in Saturn energy, okay, and you in the Southern energy will be, it's that Capricorn energy. You are going to be in a transformational time, okay? Transformational, authority figure, responsibilities, tough love, starting from the bottom to reach the top. That's all to do with Saturn energy, Capricorn energy, okay? That energy shows us that we have to boss up, and we're going to have to start from that bottom to reach the top. We're going to have to start to build a strong foundation. We have to start with one brick at a time. We got to take our time, okay? We have to be structured. 222 on the clock, okay? And that's what annual perfections is about. It's going to tell you what house you're in, what energy you're in. And it was very interesting to me when I first started off. I was like, wow, because it told me everything about myself. Astrology governs our body, okay? We have that sun that's in that middle, that's that core energy, okay? And them zodiac signs rotates 360 around that sun, okay? And it describes everything about us in our lives. If we could even go back from when we were younger and we remember and we count these annual perfections, and we could say, well, there was a lot going on. You know, I had surgery when I was a young child. You know, it's going to tell you, you know, wealth, okay, illness, sickness, things of that sort, okay? And it just tells us everything about ourselves, you know, our ups and downs, our highs and our lows, because we have duality that's manifested into the universe. We create beautiful things by the complete opposites. Sun, moon, for an example. Masculine, feminine, for an example. So, ascendant sign. That's how we're going to find the annual perfections. We're going to start off at our ascendant sign, okay? Our ascendant sign or either rising sign. Same thing. Found on astro.com as AC or either ASC abbreviation, okay? And just be familiar. When I first started off astrology, I was like, what is the ascendant and what's the rising? I thought they were two different things. Same aspects, okay? And it is when you took your first breath on the eastern horizon where the sun was rising, where you took your first breath at when you came out the womb, okay? It shows your expression outward into the world, okay? First impression. Always be familiar with that. I actually have a video on the rising sign. If you want to go check it out, I'll put that in the description below, okay? How you can find it as well. It's always on the Eastern Hemisphere and Western astrology, okay? Where my hand is where the ascendant is at. You see that AC? It's there. It's very detailed on astro.com We're right there where my finger is, say AC. Okay, so what you do is you count by 12. Okay, so you start at 1. Okay, detailed is going to have 1 to 12 on astro.com. So you say, okay, I'm age 30. So you're going to count by 12. You're going to say 12, 24. And then you're going to count down a year till you get to 30. So see where this say 1 at, where my finger at, where the ascended at? You're going to say, okay, 12, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. See where my hand at? Just like that. Just that simple. And you're going to be in the 7th house at age 30. So when you're in the 7th house, this is symbolic to our relationships, okay? Intense relationships, partnerships, co-worker, family, okay? Love, okay? And it's in the energy of Libra, okay? So this is about balancing things out, okay? Having justice, having peace, okay? Having love, business and legal matters. That's what deals with the 7th house, okay? So always be familiar that it never changes when we're dealing with the houses and the ages. So everyone that is age 30 is going to be in that 7th house, okay? I'll always be mindful as well when you're in the 7th house and it has a lot of interceptions. And I have a video on interceptions, and it's basically when you have more than one planet within 8 degrees apart. It just describes that those planets is in your birth chart at the time you was born, and that you can have challenging moments, okay, depending on the energy of the planets. And also if you have a lot of interceptions, and they'll look like this. See how they all together? Them 3 planets. When you have a lot of planets in that 7th house like that, interceptions, it is symbolic to you're going to have more than one marriage. People that has a lot of interceptions in the 7th house is just symbolic that you're going to have probably more than one marriage, 2 or 3 sometimes, okay? And it's just all about challenging moments, you know, being able to connect with the one that you are able to connect with and love, you know, and go through the challenging moments to learn, grow, and elevate. That's what it's all about in the universe, okay? Always be familiar with that. So if, for an example, if you're age 45, you're going to be in the 10th house, okay? That is Capricorn energy. I was just talking about that. 10th house deals with responsibility, hard work, dedication, starting from the bottom, reaching the top, discipline, okay? It reminds us of an authority figure when we was younger growing up, you know, our parents showing us tough love, showing us, okay, you have to clean your room in order to receive allowance, okay? Things of that sort. So it's all about thriving, okay, when we're dealing with Capricorn energy, transformational times, okay? Age 45, always in the 10th house, okay? So if your age, I say 22, you're always going to be in the 11th house, okay? That is Aquarius energy. When we're dealing with Aquarius energy, we're dealing with humanitarian, okay? How we express ourselves socially, us being service to the collective consciousness, us being teachers, us expressing ourselves outwards into the world, helping individuals, okay? Our visions, our dreams, okay? Our collective work, okay? Always be familiar with that. So in astrology, everything starts off at 0, basically nothing. Just like Big Bang Theory, how everything starts off, before there was something, there was nothing, okay? And then we go back to our rising sign every year, okay? And we stay in that rising sign for a whole year, okay? And it just lets us know the characteristics of our age is going to let us know what energy we are in, what to expect in the house. For an example, 7th house, love, balance, Libra, okay? Peace, justice, business, legal matters, okay? Always be familiar with that. So it's going to be detailed. It's going to let us know 10:10 on the clock everything about ourselves, okay? Always be familiar. When we start to research astrology, we research ourselves as a whole, and we also research the energy of the collective consciousness, because we then become familiar with each zodiac sign and each planet, okay? So when I first started off, I went on astro.com and I placed 1111, okay? And it has universal time as 1611, okay? And then I just put time of birth 1111, and then I put I was born February the 14th 1980, okay? So if you go on astro.com and you place that in the actual box, I'm going to place it in the description below, so you'll be familiar with astro.com. You'll be able to go on there and get your birth chart. You have to have the exact time that you were born in order to get an accurate birth chart that's going to tell you everything about yourself. But you can follow along with me, you know, as I'm doing my teachings. And when I'm teaching from this specific one, I'll let you all know so you can follow along and you'll be able to find it. So always be familiar. Start at the rising sign to find your annual perfections, okay? Count by 12, okay? 12, 24, 36. Then you count down a year after you stop, okay? Always be familiar with that. Like, we stopped at 24, we counted down a year till we got to age 30. Boom, it put us exactly in the 7th house, and that's how you're able to find out what house I'm in, what energy I'm going to be in for my solar return, and it's going to tell you everything. So it's great because it shows us, okay, well, I'm coming up with love in relationships, so I have to get balance, you know. I had to discern and see if the relationships that I'm in is serving me for my highest good. It's going to tell us. So it's great to be able to tap into annual perfections, okay, because we can look at it and be able to know what we have to deal with in order to help us to vibrate to a high frequency of love. Okay, always be familiar with that. I love you all. I'm sending you all positive energy, high vibration, success on your entrepreneurship, all love, all positivity. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. You hit the like button and you leave me any comments or questions in my description below. And always be familiar with this when we're dealing with interceptions. And I have a video as well on interceptions. Like we spoke about, if we're age 30, we're going to be love, relationship, Mayat, Libra, balance, energy, 13 on the clock. Be mindful, if you have planets that look like this, these are interceptions, that is in your birth chart together like this, you could be receiving 3 marriages, okay? Because it just shows if you have a lot of interceptions in that 7th house, you're going to have a lot of marriages. That's what that's symbolic to. And it's just symbolic to the energy that you hold. You know, we all go through challenging moments. We all go through relationships where we have to be able to grow, learn, and elevate. You know, everything is about spiritual growth, ascension, and astrology in the universe, period. That's what it's all about. So I always say, they say if you're in that 7th house and you have a lot of interceptions, which is planets that was going through your birth chart at the time you were born, okay, it's just symbolic too that you probably just going to have more than one marriage, you know. So you're going to probably go through 2 people or 2 marriages until you get the right one, okay? So it's all about learning and growing. That's all. I love you all, and I'm sending you all positive energy. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, you hit the like button, and you leave me any comments or questions below. I love you all, and I'm sending you all great vibes and positive energy. Oh, and happy Kwanzaa. I love you. Peace and love.